Happy Monday evening, August 9th, 2021. To God be the glory for yet another beautiful evening and the closing of a summer day. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been caught off guard? Yeah, we all have, right? Maybe if you're walking down the street and it's early in the morning and maybe a person will announce their presence behind you so that they won't startle you. So I do that a lot. I'll say, good morning, so then they won't jump. But don't we know that all the time, it says in 1 Peter that the enemy walketh around, right, crawleth, seeking whom he may devour. So there is always an opportune time for him to sneak unaware. And if we're not fully awoke, it can be some devastating effects. Yeah. He's always hatching a plan for our destruction so that we will not experience the abundant life that the Lord has promised all of his children. Full freedom, full joy, full strength. In Proverbs 9, we would have gone to this chapter because of today's date. Well, in verse 6, I love this verse. It says, forsake the foolish and live and go in the way of understanding. But also another version says, stop being gullible and live. I was like, ooh. Sometimes we put ourselves in situations where we're not alert. And it says, be sober and alert and vigilant. And when we are not fully clothed with the whole armor of God, we have room, right, within us to be susceptible to the enemy's ploys. But Lord is faithful. He always makes a way of escape. No temptation is totally unique. Nothing is new under the sun. But the Lord promises that he will always make a way for escape. There's always an exit sign. And in another version of Proverbs 9:6, it says, live free, stay away. And when we think of the word gullible, you have the word credulous, or over-trusting, or easily deceived, or easily led, or easily to be exploitable, or deceivable, or impressionable, or unsuspecting, or unsuspicious, unguarded. That's why in Proverbs 4 it says, above all else, to guard your heart, for out of this are the issues of life. So we have to, we have the whole armor of God. The breastplate of righteousness secures the heart, but also we give our whole heart. That's why it's so important to give the whole heart to the Lord. Trust the Lord with all your heart. That's your whole heart. And then this morning we said that we will praise the Lord with our whole heart. Only your Creator, Father, is the one who deserves the totality of your being. Well, we are in the 38th chapter of Job, winding down, and it talks about how we can guard our heart. We go to the one who is the designer of all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We know again in Proverbs 9:10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So it starts there. And in Job 38:36, it says, who hath put wisdom in the inward parts, or who have given understanding to the heart? Because the Lord is speaking as far as all that he has created, the limits of the sea, the clouds, all of nature, the thunder, the wilderness. It says, hath the rain a father, or who hath begotten the drops of dew, out of whose womb came the ice, and the hoary frost of heaven, who have gendered it? The Lord created everything. So since he is the original creator, and he created wisdom, we have to go to our Father. We don't have to go to this advice columnist. Now, in a multitude of counselors, there is definitely safety, but you got to go to your Father. He is the maker of all knowledge, understanding, bottom line, his wisdom. So let's not be gullible. Let's stay fully cognizant of what's going on, and the Lord promises to protect us. He will be our shelter in times of trouble, in times of peace, in times of happiness, in times of joy. He is your strength. He will be our refuge in the times of oppression. Let us not take for granted the moments that he gives us, but we want to draw nigh to him, and we know that he has great plans for us as we align with his will. So much more in this chapter, but just know that the Lord is a creator of wisdom, and we want to make sure that we acknowledge him so that we can be his will, do his will, and rest in his will. Good night.